Welcome to Inside the Anatomy Lab, your quick guide to exploring the human body.
Let's dive in and discover the wonders together.
So someone asked us to show her the major difference between the humerus and the femur. So in today's class, we'll be discussing the similarities and the difference between the femur and the humerus. This is the femur. And we say that the femur is the longest bone in the body. This is the humerus. Now, the question is this: what are the similarities between the femur and the humerus? Before I proceed, remember that I've told you that all bones in the human body, you must be specific about it. You must be able to identify the right femur from the right humerus. You must be able to identify the right femur, and you must be able to identify the left femur. You must be able to identify the left humerus, and you must be able to identify the right humerus. So looking at this now, what can we say? Firstly, what we can notice here is that this bone is the bone of the femur, which is the longest bone. Looking at it, it's lying in the right anatomical position. Now, as we can see, for easy identification, we should know the surfaces of the femur. Each bone has a posterior surface and an anterior surface. Looking at this femur in my hand, we can say that this is the anterior surface of the femur, and while here is the posterior surface of the femur. Now, let's mention the parts. As we know, it has three parts: the proximal end and the distal end. Not forgetting the shaft. For the ends, it has two ends: the proximal end and the distal end. Don't forget, it also has two surfaces, as I've said before: anterior surface and posterior surface. Now, the proximal end of the femur, what can we identify? We can identify the head of the femur. We can identify the greater and lesser trochanter. Of course, we can identify the nutrient foramen posteriorly. We can also identify the medial and lateral epicondyli. Now, one thing we must know about the femur is that the femur looks similar with the humerus. The same way we have the head of the femur, the same way we have the head of the humerus. In the femur, we have the greater and lesser trochanter, while in the humerus, we have the greater and lesser tubercle. You understand? Now, as we said, for the person that requested this video, he asked me what is the major difference between the head of the femur and the head of the humerus. The head of the femur and the head of the humerus are similar, but has one major difference, and the major difference is this: the fovea is the major difference between the head of the femur and the head of the humerus. Possible questions: what attaches to the acetabulum? The answer is the fovea of the head of the femur attaches to the acetabulum of the what? Pelvic bone or the hip joint. Thank you. So I believe that by the end of this class, I've been able to show you some similarities between the head of the femur, or between the femur and the word humerus. Thank you. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. We love you and want you to do better.
Thank you for watching Inside the Anatomy Lab.
We hope you found today's exploration insightful. Please subscribe and enable notifications to be in our communities of dedicated learners and professionals.
See you all on the next video.